Mic test. Mic test check. 1, 2, 3.
3, 2, 1, action.
Check mic. Marcos.
Ferdinand E. Marcos ay taimtim na sumusumpa.
Aquino.
There is still much that has to be done. Despite the limited time left, we have our gains of 4 years to build on.
Ramos.
We are today being hailed as the new Asian Tiger Cub and the hottest emerging market in the region.
Estrada.
Ang kaya nating maabot. Kaya tayo susulong na ngayon.
Arroyo.
That grew more than 6% last year and that has continued to work in the teeth of the biggest.
Aquino.
Gusto ba ninyong matanggal ang wangwang hindi lamang sa kalsada kundi sa kaisipang nagdulot ng baluktot na sistema na pagkatagal-tagal na nating pinagtik?
Duterte.
Have to stop because the alternative are either jail.
Beng, para sa iyo, naniniwala ka na ba nandito na siya?
Nandito na siya. Nandito na siya. Ang magsisilbing panibagong ilaw sa tahanang nakagisnan. Heto'y paparating na. Ang magbubuklod sa pangarap ng maaliwalas na kinabukasan. Andito na siya. Ang magsisilbing gabay sa daang pilit na tinatahak. Heto'y paparating na. Ang dapat susi sa matagal nang binaong mga tagimpan.
What would be the biggest repercussion of not being a registered voter?
The biggest repercussion is simply disrespecting the people who fought for us and even died for us that we could achieve this life wherein we're free to choose on who are the people who will govern and rule our country. To pay respect to them, we only have to register and then vote. So simply do that and you are paying respect to those who've died for us. That is all.
Do you think it is still necessary to vote if you consider the lineup not good?
For me, yes. I believe that we should still vote, even if we personally think that the lineup is not that fantastic, because voting is a privilege and we are fortunate enough to be in a country where we are allowed to vote for our elected officials. So we should really exercise that right, because if we don't, we lose our voice as the youth, as women, as students, and all of those things. So what should we do if we think that the lineup is not good? We should evaluate. I believe it's a mix of assessing the candidates' policies and selecting the people whom you agree with the most.
Tunay ngang lumipas na. Nagtapos na ang mga panahon ng paglusob sa ating bansa. Nagdaan na ang di mabilang na dekada ng pagdurusa. Umahon na sa panahong nakamit ang ninanais na kasarinlan. Umusbong sa panahong tinatamasa ang pinaglabang kalayaan.
What power do you hold as a registered voter?
As a registered voter and as a Filipino who loves the Philippines, we have the power to make a change. The future of our generation is in our hands, and our power is through the strength in our numbers, and our voices can and will be heard. Collectively, we can be the change that our nation needs.
Voting is our commitment to ourselves, one another, this country, and this nation, and our world as well. This is what Sharon Salzberg said when asked about what is voting. The power we hold as registered voters is our commitment and our expression of freedom and our role to choose leaders that will bring us to prosperity. And when we ask what is our power in all of this, it is our participation that counts. When we vote not only for ourselves but for our nation as well. We might only have one vote, but our vote matters.
Ngunit sa pagdating niya, Pipiliin bang ipikit ang mga matang mulat sa pagluha dulot ng kahirapan? Pipiliin bang itikom ang bibig papalayo sa isinisigaw nitong pagsamo? Pipiliin bang iwaksi ang batibot at dalisay na pag-ibig sa bayang kinamulatan? Pipiliin bang talikuran ang sinisintang inang bayan na siyang dapat paglingkuran?
Can the underage and unregistered voters do to contribute?
There are a lot of ways underage unregistered voters can help, most especially when campaigning for the ideals and the proper ways of voting for the future generation. They can also share the ideals of what leaders should carry or what kind of leaders they will be voting in their coming of age, and most especially in highlighting the essence of being a registered voters to those who are capable of. There are a lot of ways youths can help. It can either be this influence, being part of the movement, and most especially in influencing those who are capable and taking part of the action.
What is the significance of youth voters?
The youth make up a substantial proportion of the voting population. Our role is huge since we have the numbers and we must use this to our advantage to make a change. Our vote is our investment. It is time to be heard. It is time to make a difference. And I quote, "If we don't vote, we are ignoring history and giving away the future." Kaya ikaw, hahayaan mo na lang ba?
Hindi ito isang laro na wari mo atay isang pusta. Naway batid mong isa itong obligasyon, isang karapatan, isang pananagutan. Ito'y isang katungkulan bilang nananalaytay sa iyo ang dugong Pilipino. Dugong dumaan sa dahas, pakikipagbaka at pakikipaglaban. Upang iyong makamit ang iyong tinatamasang kalayaan. Halalan. Dito na siya. Ikaw, saan ka na?
Thank you so much for being part of this interview. Before we start, may we ask for your name if that's okay with you?
That's okay. My name is Angelo Mirza.
Do you have a current occupation?
Yes, and I am an advertiser.
All right, that's great to know. Thank you so much for being part of this interview. What advice can you impart on the youth for the incoming elections?
Don't think so much of the new character who's going to be going to join the politics. What I'm trying to say is, look first on their accomplishment, if they do have an accomplishment. People say the success is within our youth. So it's time for the youth to come up. So we can really pinpoint the corruption and the other problems of the politics or the government. So let's give a chance to the new ones. Maybe they have a better idea and a better solution for our country to, prosper.